Wicked Witches. I haven't made a video for a while because I have been going through a huge transition in my life. For those of you who don't know, my husband and I split up and I have moved from living in Brighton, where I've lived for 19 years, to Sark, where in the Channel Islands, which for those who don't know is a tiny little island off Guernsey, which doesn't have any cars or street lights and is absolutely stunningly beautiful. It looks like something from Game of Thrones. It's just absolutely gorgeous. One of my best friends started working here as a horse and trap driver in 2018, and I've been to visit her 3 times and just fell in love with the place and dreamt of moving here, but just like it was one of those things that I never thought was ever going to happen. And then because my life has done this weird flip since the pilgrimage, it's meant that I've flip-flopped and landed here. And I literally feel like the pilgrimage was a river and it's picked me up. It feels like Avebury was the moment where it did a reality transition, and then it carried me off and dropped me here, which is in a completely different life to the one that I've been living for the last, like, longer than a decade with my husband. Been together 13 years. So I'm processing all of that. But tomorrow is a really big day, so that's why I wanted to make a video that I'm going to upload tonight. Tomorrow is a manifesting day because it's the 11th of the 11th in the year 2020. And that hasn't happened for a really long time, that you've had double numbers next to each other like that. 2 sets of double numbers. So it's a really special, powerful day. Plus we're in Scorpio season, which is all about transformation as well. And hitting a dark moon, which is all about setting your intentions. And the dark moon is in Scorpio, so it's about setting transformational intentions, which is what I'm going to be doing on Saturday. And then the full moon, which will be a blue... Oh yeah, it was the blue moon on Halloween. That's right. It was the first time there's been a full moon on Halloween for fucking ages. And it was a blue moon. And we've got an eclipse on the other blue moon, which is going to be at the end of November. So this is like a really big manifesting pot of Ra. There's a Friday the 13th in there as well. So this is all very exciting. And I have been, therefore, thinking about what I want to manifest. And what I find useful to do to begin thinking about what to manifest is write a list of what I'm grateful for. And I've just written a list of all the things I'm grateful for. And right at the end, it was all lovely. I've had the most incredible year. Like, I know it's been a hard year, but I got a numerology reading done at the start of this year, and I got my birth chart done because this year is one of my year of 7. So I'm ruled by Saturn because I'm Capricorn, and I'm affected by each quarter of a Saturn return. So a Saturn returns is like 29.5 years. But if you're ruled by Saturn, then you get affected by every 7-year quarter or 7.5-year quarter. So I turned 42 this year, but I could really feel that this year was the year. It was 2020. I've been excited about the 20s since I was a kid, and I was really excited about 2020. I had high hopes. Wasn't expecting this. It's been crazy. I've had a hard year. Lots of people I love have died. Me and my husband have split up. Lots of bad things have happened. I've lost my job, my career. Like, yeah, I'm like a Nina Simone song of like, I've got no home, got no house, got no job, got no career, got no man, got no husband, got no prospects, got no money. But I feel richer than I've ever felt, ever. And so there's so many things that I'm grateful for. I've done just an action-packed year of incredible things and have gone a long way in myself. But it's interesting because at the end of it, the 2 things that actually really stand out is I really appreciate the fact the world slowed down, and I really appreciate my deepening love affair with nature, and like the communal deepening love affair with nature. That is the thing that really hit me out of all of the other stuff. That's what I care about the most. So what I'm going to do, bearing that in mind, I'm just smoke a little mugwort pipe. Because a mugwort pipe is a good start to connecting with the dreaming. And then I'm going to have a little chat with my subconscious and see what it has to say about tomorrow. So tomorrow is the 11th, and I'm going to spend the whole day in ceremony. I'm going to wake up in the morning and I'm going to eat some mushroom chocolate. I'm going to spend the day writing my book. So I'm writing a book about the pilgrimage. It's called Walking with Autumn, and it will be out next year. And I'm really enjoying writing it. I'm going to really go into ceremony to make sure that within it, I'm capturing how potent a magic pilgrimage was. Because, you know, there's so many layers to everything that happened. It's like, logistically, there's the stuff that happened, but then there's the relationship to the energies that I was feeling and the impact they were having on my life, and the synchronicity and the magic, and then the emotional relationships I was having with the people I met, being the role of the pilgrim, playing the archetype of the pilgrim, and the things that were shared with me. People confessed a lot to me, and yeah, so just making sure that I'm getting all of the layers in. And actually, to really go into a proper ceremonial space tomorrow is going to help me do that. So this reading, I'm going to pull a card. This is from the Thoth Tarot deck. So I'm going to pull one card from here. I'm going to pull one card from my Lisa Lister Sirens deck and one card from the Lisa Lister Oracle deck. Just because these are what I've got with me at the moment. I'm going to make a rune set out of Stark stones as soon as I'm allowed out, which will be on the 15th. And I'll make a video about me doing that. These are the divination tools I currently have. So let's see what it's saying for me to... Okay, it's the Tower. So really burn that ego down. Okay, so tomorrow about getting in there and doing the big work, burn it all down. I mean, it's what happened to me on the pilgrimage. This card kept coming up for me on the pilgrimage, and that's literally what happened. My whole world burned down. Everything I had and knew before was destroyed, and it's all gone. So for me, that means to really make sure I capture that in the book, like that I go there and I get that across. Make sure that that's shared. So thinking about being in worship for the day and what I'm to focus on, what the universe, what my subconscious, what the dreaming wishes me to focus on. Sovereign. So this is interesting because the word sovereign has come up a few times for me this week. I participated in an embodiment weekend of embodiment thing, and what I'm exploring at the moment is the power of saying yes to the universe, but also having the right to also say no. So I was kind of thinking of doing what the Yes Man did in his book, where he spent a year saying yes to everything, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And then I was like, yeah, but actually a 26-year-old male is going to be asked to do very different things to a 41-year-old woman. So I just was like, actually, with some discernment. So I'm very, very much saying yes to the universe right now, and I'm letting it lead, and I believe in it, and I trust it. And that's opening up all sorts of things already, just by me bothering to follow the things that people are sending me and doing the call, like taking the phone calls, accepting the offers of communication that are coming to me, and they've all led to amazing things, and that's been wonderful. But also that I do have the right, the sovereignty of making my, like, having choices. So if I do feel like I want to say no, that's fine. I have the right to do that, but I'm also trusting the universe. I'm mainly going to be saying yes this year because it seems to know what it's doing. And accept. And that to me means at the moment I've got to accept where I'm at. I can't expect, and this is probably what the Tower's saying as well, that I'm just going to skip out of being married and into this new life with no problem whatsoever, which is what it's sort of felt like so far. My PMT's kicked in this last couple of days, and I've got quite emotional about my husband and I splitting up, and I've got really sad, which, you know, isn't perfectly reasonable. But I feel like there's probably quite a few areas of myself that I'm going to need to explore and look at and delve into the dark bits. I think I need to go there. That's what I think the Tower's telling me. Own my sovereignty, let the whole thing crumble, and just accept and be where I'm at. And I also see that card as meaning that if things tomorrow don't go exactly as I planned, to accept whatever happens and be okay with it, be at one with the situation. So hopefully I don't burn the house down, and that's what the Tower means. Like, let's fingers crossed that that's not what happens. But yeah, that gives me some places to start from. I'm mainly going to be concentrating on my writing. But yeah, I invite you all to think about what you are grateful for this year, and then thinking about what you want to manifest. For me, manifesting isn't about like, I want this and I want that, because I do think the universe will give you what you need, not what you want, which is why I tend to sort of ask the universe and then take what it's saying to me through divination tools like this and translate them into seeing how that supports my development. So I trust that the universe knows what it's saying when it wants me to continue dismantling my structures, but also honouring my sovereignty and accepting what is. I trust that the universe knows what it's doing. So that for me feels like a good focus for my manifestation. Yeah, let it be. So hopefully that helps, and I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow. Happy 11/11.